Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first in the quarantine university. Pantry staples and supplements that I love. And grab your coffee or tea or whatever. Sit down with me for a few minutes. I'm going to go over some of the things that I tell clients on a regular basis to try or to improve their health, things you can keep around the house, things you can buy at the grocery store. And if some of these you can't buy at the grocery store, I'll let you know and tell you where I got them. So sit back and join in with me, and we'll go from there. First of all, I'm going to start out with just a protein powder right here. Um, there's different brands of these out there. Don't get hung up on what I show you today. It's just something I prefer. You have to try a lot of these. They will taste a little different. Some of them have more sugar than less. This one here has, I believe, 2 grams of sugar per serving, so not so bad. A lot of things I tell my clients in muscle recovery, just to maintain muscle, is to get enough protein. This is an easy way to get your protein. You can mix it up. I can make one of these up. This is actually chocolate peanut butter flavored. So I can mix one of these up and you probably wouldn't tell too much of a difference between it and a chocolate milkshake. So if you want something just, stave off that little sugar sweet tooth thing going on, these are great to have around. They also do well to put in a lot of baked goods. Um, so yeah, this is, you can have it in vanilla, chocolate, birthday cake. There's all sorts of different flavors out there. So just try a bunch of them. Usually you can get little samples in health food stores and what have you. So yeah, just try them, see which one you like. Moving on, I have some cereals, because when you're on a grain-free, sugar-free type diet, you really kind of get a hankering for something, yeah, to snack on, or that morning breakfast cereal. Depending on whether you eat or drink dairy, um, whether you use almond milk or regular cow's milk, that's up to you and what your lifestyle is. So I've got a couple of things here. This one I picked up at Publix. They have different flavors of these, and this is a grain-free granola. It says made with sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and organic coconut flakes. So this is a good one to have around. Another brand that I have found, and they have grain-free options and ones that have grains in them, but a little bit of the better grains, the Purely Elizabeth, also at Publix. I don't shop at Walmart too much, but sometimes they have some of these too, depending on what Walmart you go to. This one here is a maple almond butter. It's one of the grain ones. It has quinoa, amaranth, and chia is what it makes up. Sugars per serving of this, a third cup, which isn't a big serving, but you're going to get a lot of calories in that. Sugars are going to be 6 grams in this one. So just want to watch your sugars if you're on more of a low carb or a keto type diet. This one here, the cinnamon peanut butter, which is really good for snacking. This one's also 6 grams of sugar. So you just kind of have to watch your serving on these. They definitely are packed with a lot of calories. Okay, now we all want to have something neat to eat. Going out and finding any sort of sugar-free, grain-free cookie or muffin or cake or anything like that is just about an impossibility. There is a brand that has come out with a cake mix. They're okay, is what I can say as far as the cake mix goes. But they do offer some sugar substitutes that you can use in baking, and they offer more of a texture, what you think of that sugar gives to a baked item. So this one here is the confectioner sugar. It's the Swerve brand. I'll show that to you. There you go. This does make a very good icing. One thing you have to worry about is this has what they call erythritol in it. Sometimes people get a little bit of intestinal distress from this. So uh, kind of work your way into using any type of erythritol product. Some people handle it just fine. Others need a little help with it. So here is granular. Now this is the one I use the most of, is the granular. It is cup for cup. Unfortunately, yes, this is the whole bag here. Um, I go to Amazon, also Publix, what have you. I kind of know the price, what it should be anymore. So if I see a good deal on it, whether it be a 2-pack, I got a 2-pack a while back from Amazon that was a really good deal. And if you're Prime, you get it for free shipping, all that kind of stuff. So there's one for you. And if you're wanting that luscious brown sugar taste, whatever it is, I love to put some of this in barbecue sauce, that kind of thing, to give it that nice, deep flavor. This is their brown sugar option. And it does bake up quite well with cookies, that kind of thing. Gives you that nice, deep flavor that you love. Now, if you are eating sugar, and it's another option, and it is more of a low glycemic option, is the brown coconut sugar. Yeah. Pick this one up. I believe it was at the health food store, but look for it at Publix as well, or any of the other nicer grocery store chains. This one works well mixed, I find, with, say, a sauce or something. I don't particularly like it, like if you want to sprinkle some on a sweet potato or something like that. It's just the coconut part of it. Even though I like coconut, it has a little bit of a wang to it. So there's another option for you. Now, when you're going grain-free, and this is another thing I tell folks to do, is go grain-free. Almond flour. This is the Publix Greenwise brand, and I don't know if you can tell, it's pretty fine. If you're cooking any type of muffin, cake, anything that rises, you want a really fine ground almond flour. So if you buy it off of Amazon or any of the other online retailers, kind of look and see for anything that's really finely ground. And I find the price on this and for what you get is quite good. This bag will last me, through a couple of different baking times. This is cup for cup. If it says cup of flour, a cup of almond flour. So if you want to use almond flour, though, you're going to have to learn that it doesn't raise like a lot of things with flour raise, so you have to add a few things to it. One thing is almond flour doesn't have that pull like if you're using it for, say, pizza crust or something like that. This is where coconut flour comes in. Coconut flour. Personally, I'm not crazy about the flavor of coconut flour. Some people love it. Just not my thing. I think it gives it just a little bit of a wang. So I use just a little bit of this, maybe a teaspoon or two, because it almost has little fibers to it, and you probably can't see it, but it has just, when you use it, it has like little bitty fiber kind of things to it. But that gives it a little bit of that pull, that stretch, that texture that you're looking for. So something to try. Xanthan gum is called for in a lot of gluten-free recipes, and this will give it some of that texture as well. So definitely look for that. I had to get this off of Amazon online because I couldn't find it anywhere locally. Not to say that there's not a health food store running around here that's got it. I just didn't find it and didn't have time to go hunting. Now, one thing I always tell folks to get flaxseed and flaxseed meal. Yummo. This is stuff you can mix into just about anything. whether it be muffins, pancakes, whatever. It really doesn't have a flavor. The one thing it does is it packs a lot of the omega-3s that we need. Um, Makes your hair and all that good stuff look a whole lot better. So this is one thing to definitely have. One thing I have to tell people to use this for, don't laugh, is if they're constipated or something like that, adding some fiber like this into your diet will help so much. Don't add too much, or you'll be calling me back about that too. But it's one of those nice things to have. It's just part of a good, healthy diet. Now, we've got all this virus and everything else showing up. And one of the things that I like to keep around and found it a while back, and I've told a lot of clients about it. This is what they call Manuka honey. Let me give that up there to you. This has some very unique properties to it that if you're trying to fight any sort of virus, bacteria, what have you, it has been shown to decrease the time you get sick and what have you. So, this is not to be used in place of a doctor's care or anything like this. This is part of just keeping yourself healthy. Read about it online. It's really unique, really interesting. You have to get a good quality Manuka honey though. And they're going to have what they call a UMF factor on it. This one has a K factor they're calling of 16. And the more research you do onto it, you'll see that there's different ones out there. This little guy right here at the store, he runs around $25, $27 generally. This is not something that you just slather on everything. This is something, I use it like you would a supplement. Um, I generally take about a teaspoon or so a day, something like that, especially if you got something going around. Say you hear everybody going, oh, I got the flu, or I got this or that. Uh, good stuff to have around. Or if you feel like you're coming down with something, it's just a good thing to have around. If none of this, and I want to say this, and I will say it again later, is to replace your doctor's care. Let's be smart about this. We all hear it all, everything going around. None of this replaces a doctor's care. So just remember that. Okay, moving forward. Omega-3 minis. Well, these are great to have cardiovascular health, all that good stuff. It's just part of a good overall diet. Now, you decided to eat a big old meal, like we all like to do, you know. Digestive enzymes, right there. These will help you assimilate fats, proteins, what have you. It'll help your body get more out of the food, help you digest it, just what it says, digestive enzymes. I don't take these all the time. Generally, like I say, you eat something, you know, that pizza or whatever, um, it helps with that. Now, I tell a lot of my folks to get a high quality probiotic. And when I say high quality, I mean it's got to have a lot of the little microbes in it. This has 50 billion. There you go. I do like the Garden of Life brand for a lot of their supplements. They seem to be pretty pure, pretty good price point. Yes, some of it's expensive, but when I consider what a trip to the doctor's office could cost me, this is cheap. Um, One thing I will be talking about is blood type diet a little bit later on, but this is for urinary tract. But they have different ones for different uses, and some of it is just for general well-being. So take into account that. Um, Keep refrigerated, one of the main things. A good quality multivitamin. Everybody needs that. Um, Different brands out there. Choose one to your liking, price point. Don't get the cheapest. We all know all the fillers and everything else. You know, Flintstones is not a good vitamin. Sorry, but you know, get a good quality one. And this is your one and only body, so take care of it. Okay, moving on. Milk thistle. This is something I take on a daily basis. It's good for the liver. I figure all the things that I try sticking in my body that probably aren't the best is this is going to help detox the liver a little bit, help you run just a little bit better. So it's something I like to take daily. Also helps me, for some reason, it helps me sleep. Um, it seems like I get a very good night's sleep. And a lot of folks, when they come in, they say, "Oh, I'm up at about 2 o'clock every morning." There's this thing that goes along with your kind of natural body rhythms, and 2 o'clock seems to be a time when liver issues crop up. Interesting. Check into that one. I had a person, Mr. David Essel, I was telling him I could not focus real well. So he said, hey, try some of this. L-tyrosine, a little amino here, and it will help you focus a little bit. So I have been taking this. I do find it doesn't hop you up or anything like that. It's not energy or it doesn't do anything like that. It just feels like if you're needing to do like write a document or something, that you can really focus on the task at hand instead of looking around and trying to have my little ADD moment. So we don't want to do that. Okay, chromium picolinate. This is some good stuff. A lot of different brands of this out there. Don't get hung up on brand at this point. This is one of those things I kind of just look around to see what price I find it. I don't get to hook up on, you know, the different brands out there. Just make sure you're dealing with a decent brand. This one has 200 micrograms in it, so this will help your blood sugar stay kind of normal. So if you find you kind of have those ups and downs during the day, this will help a lot with that. Okay, my husband loves to call these, excuse my French, but my anti-bitch pills. If you need to kind of chill out, if you know you're going to go somewhere, this is not like you would think of a drug or anything like that. You're just going to kind of sit there and go, I can handle the moment. So it's a good one to check into. Show to you again, GABA. Great thing to have around, I find, if you're kind of a little bit of a type A, kind of go, go, go kind of person. Last but not least on my daily kind of supplements is cranberry. Yeah. One of the things about type Bs, which I am, is you want to make sure your urinary tract is really good, running well. So this is one of those. This says 30,000 milligrams. Yay, right there. Just something to keep you kind of running good. You don't want anything adhering to that UTI tract. So let's move on to things. Maybe I don't, well, this one I do take on a daily basis anymore. Emergency. This is tangerine. Not my favorite. Yeah, but little packets, you just dump them in some water, and it gives you 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. We always need to increase our immune system and make sure we're running optimally all the time. So different flavors, like I say, try them all, see which one you like. I had a holistic doctor tell me about this stuff. He said, definitely take that on a daily basis, just because I'm near folks on, very close all day long, and you never know what they're going to have with them. So next we have something I tell my folks all the time. This is oil of oregano. Okay, you can get it like this, which is a dropper. Yay. And I take about, it depends on what's going on. If I don't feel real good. Could be upwards of 10 drops. I take it to the back of my tongue where you don't have as many taste buds kind of going on because this is raunchy stuff. It is nasty. Unless you're just into this sort of, it's nasty. But it does help. It does help. If you really can't handle taking it this way, they also have the little tablet forms. It's a little gel kind of thing. I'll show it to you here. There you go. Little bitty guy. Um, this is something, do some research on this. This is amazing stuff. What it can kill. Um, when you come across all sorts of germs, viruses, whatever. Um, this is some amazing stuff. Do some research. You're going to be amazed. This is one of the things. If I go to Mexico or somewhere else, where maybe things are kind of questionable, I keep this along with me. It's just amazing. Do some research into this. You're going to be amazed. Okay, now I also had a holistic doctor, rest in peace, poor guy. Um, he told me also to start taking some of this, and this has been years ago. And he told me because I am working very close with people. You never know what they're coming in. They don't know what they're carrying. So this is Argentin 23. They call it bioactive silver hydrosol. Yes, I'll say that. Um, Basically, I get it in big form like this, and this cost, I think it was 35 the last time I got it. And I put it in a little spray pump and basically spray it to the back of my mouth. That's what he told me to do. About 5 to 10 pumps, something like that, to the back of it. Doesn't taste. About the only thing it has is if you've ever had kind of like water that's, like city water that's treated a lot, it kind of has a little bit of that flavor to it. Um, but this is one thing. Oh, done with that. As you can see, you can see real fine. Um, but just spray that into the back of your mouth. It will kill a lot of things as well. It's being touted right now with the whole coronavirus thing. I'm not going to say it's going to kill it. No. But anything that comes along the line, if we can kind of keep this around for just in case. I don't get sick that often, I will say that. So it must be doing something quite well. I also accidentally ordered some of this. It's first aid gel. And I've been pleasantly surprised using a few things, and it's like, wow, that stuff really works real well. So it might be something else to add to your little first aid kit. And next one, okay, we're hearing all about essential oils. Um, Lots of essential oils out there that are good for all this viruses and everything that's going around. But one thing that kind of tests of time is tea tree oil. Great stuff to have around. Keep it in your little medicine cabinet. Do some research behind this one too. You want to put it with a carrier oil, something like that, most generally because it's pretty strong. I use Rocky Mountain Oil Company. Had a teacher, he's also into acupuncture and what have you, that turned me on to this brand, and it's pretty pure. We all have heard of some of the others, the doTERRAs, the Young Living. Um, a lot of those are kind of pricey. So just check out Rocky Mountain Oil. You can order them online, and they have all sorts of different ones, and they'll kind of tell you which ones and kind of guide you. They have some little kits too, like for health and wellness, that are great to have around. Some of these are good for diffusing, some of them not. This is something you kind of have to do your research on what scents you like, what you're trying to use them for. Some of these are not good to have around with pets. Cats especially, they can get really sick. So yeah, do some research. If you're looking for a specific one, I can help you out with that. So yeah, but this is one that I like to keep around. It's some tea tree, and it's good for a lot of things. Um, Next, I have Oh, for working out. This is a simple one. Aminos. There you go. Uh, and really, there's different brands. This is uh, Optimum Nutrition, and I believe this is a fruit punch flavor. Tons of different ones of these, but these are good if you're going to be outside. Say you're going to go golfing, you're going to play tennis, or going to work out, whatever. A good thing to add to your diet. Okay, next, if you haven't heard of this stuff, well, you might have been living under a rock. I don't know. Here you go. Apple cider vinegar with the mother. Yeah, yeah. And the mother is, well, I've kind of shook this stuff up, but if it's not cloudy or it doesn't have the stuff there at the bottom, it doesn't have the mother in it. There's a couple of, there's some different ones out there. Whether they're good or not, I don't know. The price point for the Brags is really good, so that's what I use. Um, yeah, read about this stuff. You literally, I think you can do just about anything with it, but it's a great thing to add to your diet. Um, is it going to instantly turn you into a supermodel and your life is going to be wonderful? No, but it's great to add to the diet. As you can see, it just kind of stays out on the counter here. You come by and get whatever you want. I have a lot of folks that have nighttime muscle aches or possibly constipated. That's a lot goes on. This is something that we keep just by the bedside. Put some on at night. It's great. Magnesium oil. Now there's, like everything else, different brands out there. I got this one off Amazon because I think I'm addicted to Amazon. But if you're busy, you're addicted to Amazon like me. This basically, I just spray on the skin just like that. Rub it in, and it kind of just goes right in. About the only thing I can say is I'll get a little bit of tingling from it. Um, it's yeah, some people call it a stinging. That's about the only thing, and it goes away. It's nothing like you're gonna notice too bad. I like to put it on like my legs. It will keep you from getting those cramps at night a lot of times. Watch how much magnesium you use. Um, yeah, you're not gonna like yourself. Yeah, if you use too much. Um, and always with any of this, ask your doctor before you start taking anything. If you're taking some kind of medication that's going to not fare well with any supplement, you need to be talking to your doctor. A lot of times we'll do something and then we wonder why, we don't feel well or our medicine's not quite working or whatever. There's a reason why. With any supplement, ask your doctor, ask your pharmacist. Say, hey, I want to take such and such. Is that going to have any adverse reactions with something else I'm taking, some medication? Always be careful. Don't just think you're the doctor. I'm not a doctor. This is just some things I take. So I just wanted to show you those. Next, everybody says, I have dry skin. What do you use? Well, that's what I use. Palmer's. It's been out for forever. It's coconut oil body lotion. I love how this goes on. It's not greasy. It does last for about 24 hours. It's this one has no parabens, no phthalates. Who comes up with these words? No mineral oil, no gluten, no sulfates, no dyes. There you go. Good stuff. Um, but yeah, I love that stuff. I happened upon it again. You see it sitting on the shelf and you think, okay, well, I'll try it again. So, last but not least, what do I tell people as they're leaving my office? Water, water, water. Uh, Whatever brand, whatever that you like. This one here has it says pH balance and the electrolytes in it, which I do like to use when going to be outside, if I'm at the racetrack or if I'm exercising, whatever it is. This is, and water in general. Okay, just drink the water. Yes, I'm like everybody else. I get busy. I don't drink my water during the day. Uh, you know, try as best as you can. One thing I do tell people that are having a really difficult time, do the container in the fridge or a container that you take with you that you know exactly how much you're drinking. I get a lot of folks say, "Oh, I drink, I get a glass here and a glass there, and oh yeah, I'm getting." Let's measure it because sometimes, yeah, we think we did, but you got busy like everybody else. So yeah, water, 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 and some more water. Um, Especially here in Florida, where it's hot most of the time. So yeah, drink your water. So everybody keeps asking me, okay, so I want to lose weight. Well, when I went searching for what I was going to do, there's a lot of research that went into it. Um, and my holistic doctor at the time said, okay, I want you to do some research into this. I think he handed me this little sheet and he said, here, and it's your blood type diet. So, and I'll show you this little book. This is Cook Right, and this is Live Right. There's also quite a few other books that pertain to it, but this guy right here, right down here, he came up with this. Basically, it goes into your blood type and what foods, what activities, what supplements all go along with what you need to be eating, doing to optimize your particular body. Uh, I'm a B. I'm kind of lucky. I can eat all sorts of different things. One of the things I can't eat is chicken. Now, do I not ever eat chicken? No, because I love chicken wings. They're so good. So, you know, but chicken is not something that my blood particularly likes. But do some research into this. If you're having trouble losing weight, um, if you have chronic inflammation, you've always got those aches and pains. Maybe you aren't thinking clearly a lot during the day, hyperactive, the ADD, if you're constantly having anxiety, whatever it is. Sometimes it's what we're eating, what we're doing that's causing the problems. So definitely check into this. Um, you're going to be amazed at some of the things, and a lot of times you're going to say, "Oh, that's not a beneficial food for me." Um, wow, isn't that neat? One thing I do like is they do give you kind of menu plans in this Cook Right for your type. So that's another one to kind of guide you on what you need to eat, and it's by blood type. There's a lot of different. I'll show you right here. Different foods and what you should be eating, what you shouldn't be eating, and it's by your blood type. So it's a lot to learn, but you might be going, aha, that's why I'm doing such. Uh, as I say here, type B prescription. Uh, Visualization is powerful for type Bs. Uh, we have to find healthy ways to express our nonconformist side. Geez, I don't conform. Um, we need to spend at least 20 minutes a day in a creative task. Uh, Here's one thing my friends always say, I spend too much time sleeping, all that. I'm one of those types, I need my 8 hours of sleep. Well, right here, type B, go to bed no later than 11 p.m. and sleep for 8 hours or more. Hey, who knew? Maybe you've been thinking you were just, you know, um, low on energy, but maybe you need a little more sleep. And always be spontaneous. Hmm, interesting. So, yeah, these are really interesting books to read, but it is one of the things that helped me form what I was going to do with my diet. Um, keto is what I settled on. And if I kind of took the foods that were good in here and I put it with the foods in here, they kind of matched up for me on what I should be eating. So there's a lot of different books out here. This is one that I started off with. Um, he's got 21 days of basically how to get your body into keto and what to do. Oh, you're going to see my kitty here. Yeah, go up there and say hi. So, yeah, sorry about getting photobombed there. But this is a really good book, not real big, has some uh, recipes in it, what have you. But there's a ton of different books out there. Dr. Joseph McCullough, if you have not followed him online, please do so. He's also got another book here. It goes along the same lines as keto. It's just not called that. But yeah, he gives a lot of good scientific, more, from a doctor's side of things. So this is a great one to have. And if you definitely need to follow him online, a lot of stuff you can get on a daily basis that will tell you just a lot about what's going on with your health. And last but not least, I tell folks all the time to drink more tea. Um, in my little tea thing, we've got some throat stuff, we've got stuff to breathe, some good green tea, a lot of herbal teas. Let's see, there's an everyday detox, but these are great to have around for just general health. Licorice root is one of the good things you need to have right now, and a lot of these teas have licorice root in them. So, hey, so whatever seems to be your liking, get a tea to match. Cut out maybe a cup of coffee for that cup of tea, or in the evening, a lot of like sleepy time tea. I take that a lot. It's good stuff, and it just kind of mellows you out, so you have a good night's rest, especially if you feel like you're one of those that needs some extra rest. So that is all of my favorite items. So I hope you've learned a little bit and can take these and kind of jot a few things down. And I'll leave you today with wash your hands. Please wash your hands. Until next time, and for the next video on Quarantine University, I'll see you later.